Okay, first of all, please stop scaring me like that. And second, what are you talking about? Hey, you're right. How did I miss that? Guys, thank you so much for this amazing milestone. I truly appreciate it. I love making videos, and I'm glad I have somewhat of an audience for these. It warms my cold, dead heart. And in honor of this celebration, why don't we do something a little bit special? Alrighty, where was I? Hello everyone, Low Poly Levi here, and today I've got something special for you. If you've been on the horror side of YouTube for longer than, 2 seconds, there's a good chance you've witnessed the incredible works of the very talented VibingLeaf. He's not only a great animator, making such classics as The Red Mist and Grieving retakes, but he also makes games. He has his own Game Jolt page in which he, posts his games. And today I wanted to talk about his games because, I just said he's a talented fellow. So why don't we jump right into it, starting with... Ignited Hatred is a remake of the old I Hate You Mario story, which I could recap for you, but instead I'll just play the game. The game is set up to look like it's an emulator. On startup, there's UI stating that we're loading a certain save state in the game. When we load in, we're in a long corridor with a blood-red background and strange, faceless boos floating around. It's really creepy. At the end, there's a crazed bonsai bill that rushes through. We go through a pipe and we're asked, who am I to you? We're now in a strange green area. In the background, there's similarly faceless swamps and also ghosts of Mario, probably his past lives after dying so many times. After passing the bridge, there's another pipe that we have to go through, and we get a message saying something. I can't quite make it out. And now we're in a new area.
Just about time. You know, Mario, I've always felt like I've only stood in your shadow. Alone, forgotten, with you always leaving me behind for your precious princess. Everyone loves Mario, and everyone overlooks his brother. And yet, I've enjoyed it. You are my brother. It will upset me if I hurt you. You don't feel this way to do this. But somehow, my brother's enemies offered me a better life. And a life living with you. It's ironic. I am not wasting my lifetime. You thought Cooper was alone?
We now have to fight Luigi, and honestly, his reasoning is pretty valid. Luigi is always forced to be the second banana. His whole life, he's only ever looked down upon by everyone, and is always the butt of every joke. So I can't really blame him that much. However, even though he's angry and doesn't enjoy his life, it's made clear that he doesn't want to hurt Mario, as he still holds him in high regard, as he is his brother. It's sad, and it makes this version of Luigi fairly nuanced. This fight is really difficult. There's tons of fire that we have to avoid, jumping and running around and stuff. Though, of course, I'm a master gamer, so I beat him without a problem. After which, he hangs his head in shame before spin jumping and breaking the bridge beneath him. We follow suit, getting the message, I hate you, and now it's time for the second phase. There's way more enemies on screen, Luigi has the clown car, and the bridge is auto-scroll. We have to spin jump on top of each of the Sparkies in order to reach Luigi and jump on his head. It's difficult to line up because of the auto-scroll, and also there's tons of fireballs, which, while we can spin jump off of them, they will still damage us. Also, I forgot to mention, there's tons of Mario ghosts in the background, implying Mario and Luigi have been stuck in this loop for ages, Luigi constantly killing him over and over again. At the end, Luigi's clown car explodes and he falls down into the lava. Mario falls to his knees and begins to cry, and we're then teleported to a new foggy plains area. Mario walks slowly along, talking to himself. If only we could have talked about it, but you've told me nothing. I wish we could have made amends. You were always my brother. Nothing ever changed that. I was ignorant, and I'm sorry. I just wish we could have talked it out before any of this. We're now forced to walk back to the start, and there we meet Luigi. He's completely burned, and his face is gone. He says, I think you should let me go. I didn't deserve you. And he fades away. Well, that's worse than the time I tried becoming the Hollow Knight. Wait, you're telling me I'm supposed to be completely emotionless and have no thoughts of my own? So does that mean no gooning?
Get out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, this isn't the only ending. Near the pipe, you may have noticed this creepy looking mushroom, and if we touch it, we get this. Now we run back, and lo and behold, there's a new path stained a crimson blood red. Maybe Mario sacrificed one of his lives in order to open up this path, and that's why it's blood colored and the mushroom mentioned a blood donation. There's a message, simply a question mark, but it fades from red to green. We're in a new dark red area. We run to the right before Luigi follows behind. After he leaves, we follow him and meet him back at the start. And just like that, we were able to save both Luigi and Mario, but there are a couple more secrets. If we run all the way to the end, there's a strange glitch jump scare and the mushroom silhouette fades in slowly before the game crashes. If we die to Luigi and choose to give up, we also get this alternate ending screen. Luigi has a sinister smile and Mario and Peach are completely eradicated. It's pretty creepy. This game is a great remake of the classic creepypasta, but it also stands on its own two legs. One thing you're going to be able to notice with these games is VibingLeaf seems to have an appreciation for bittersweet moments. Seeing Mario grieve his brother, knowing that he's the one responsible for his death, is very sad, and seeing the two make up at the end is very sweet. Okay, that's enough happy, nice moments. Let's move on to something that wants to kill me. The next game is simply titled Sonic the Hedgehog, all one word. It's based off of the old creepypasta called El Pendrive Azul, which is Spanish for the blue flash drive. It's about some dude finding a flash drive, and on it he finds a creepy Sonic game, and it makes him scared. It's a pretty average, run-of-the-mill creepypasta, but for the time it came out, it was actually pretty well written. Definitely better than the OG Sonic.exe if you ask me. Anyway, let's move on to the VibingLeaf version. The game opens with a note from whoever found the game stating that it's being investigated and that it contains heavy flashing lights. Now don't worry, I am going to slow down the flashing lights because I don't want to cause you guys any discomfort, so let's get straight to it. The Sega logo has no sound, which is a grave sin, and when we load in, it's the normal Sonic 1 title screen, however, the sound is messed up and the copyright at the bottom is weird. In the game, the UI is super messed up, weird fonts, and also the life counter is super stretched out. When we kill the enemies, instead of the animals popping out, they're instead replaced with little black squares, almost like some sort of sensor. Also, notably, Sonic's eyes in his little picture are a bit bloody, almost like a certain creepy bastard. Also, the music is super crunchy. Thank God it cuts off near the end. But, actually, the silence might be a little bit creepier. Also, the level ending sound is distorted, which I hate because I love the Sonic end sound. In Marble Zone, the level card is super glitched, and the level is completely original. This isn't a recreation like the last one. The music once again cuts off midway through the level, and at the end, there's flashing lights, and we're now on a completely distorted level. The music is super creepy, everything is black and white, and it's super dark. We can only see most things whenever there's a flash of lightning. That, alongside the lack of rings, makes this actually a fairly difficult level. At the end, we're now transported to a new area, a flat strip of land, an ominous red sky, and no title card, just a little red circle. After running, Sonic comes to a halt, and then there's more flashing lights, and Sonic lies dead on the ground, his eyes looking like they had been gouged out, and we get a game over. More text appears in a language that I don't know, and then a big 10 pops up. The dead Sonic comes out of a ring, and the model looks super sick. At the end, he seemingly starts to decompose, and after the timer reaches 0, the word RIP starts to appear over and over, forming this creepy image of Sonic, and there's more flashing lights before the game closes. Golly, all these flashing lights are worse than the time I tried writing poems. Awesome, friends, family, warm, special, joy. And that's the end. See, Kyle, I put you in as an Easter egg because I know how much you love Yuri. You should remember this moment the next time I ask you for money. This one is awesome. Honestly, the game is pretty creepy, and usually I don't like excessive flashing lights, but the original story this is based off of features them, so it makes sense and I can't really knock it. Also, the 3D Sonic at the end is super awesome looking, and so is the weird red one. VibingLeaf is a very talented artist, as I've said many times throughout this video, and I love his style of horror. It's super grungy and crunchy. Anyway, these last two games were based off of pre-existing stories, so how about the next one we talk about a VibingLeaf original. Pokemon, as I mentioned, is an original work by VibingLeaf. Well, of course it's based on Pokemon, but I mean this is an original creepypasta. On the title screen there's this disgusting Pikachu promising real fun, which I doubt. We load into a yellow room and we talk to this creepy Pikachu and he says,
"My name's Otako, but call me H. Do you like animals? I like animals. They taste good. I make sure not to commit anything cruel. I make sure they're dead peacefully and then skin them, eat them tasty. I like animals. This conversation makes me hungry. Since you're trapped in the game, can you hunt me some animals? I'll share the food with you. I unlock the door for you. I'm too lazy to get the food, so you get them. Thanks."
After this, his sprite starts stretching out, so I decided to just go outside. The entire game is an eyesore in the best way possible. Way too many colors and crunchy visuals. Also, we can talk to this, thing. He says, "Do you feel your skin? Doesn't it make you uncomfortable? Feeling trapped inside your skin? Sorry for the uncomfortable question." Honestly, back in the day, something like this would have worked on me, made me feel itchy or something, but nowadays I'm a master of these things. They don't work on me. It's an ancient technique taught to me by the Tibetan monks. A bit ahead, we run into a blue thing, and our only option is to shoot it. The noises are super weird, and after shooting it to death, we skin it, and now we have one of the foods for H. It's super gross, but hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. Further on, we run into what looks like a distorted Charizard, and we shoot it and skin it next. Now, the next creature is this black thing, and as we shoot him, he talks to us. It's honestly disturbing, but what he says is very nice, in a way. He encourages us to love ourselves and take care of ourselves. However, we just keep shooting him. He says he's proud of us before we deal the final shot and skin him. We now take all the skins back to H, but not before talking to the hollow-faced creature again, saying, "You're a monster. You killed him for what, this yellow thing?" Ignoring that, we now give H the food.
3 meats, delicious looking. Thank you for this delicious meal. I want you to now hand them over. I hope they passed peacefully. Thanks for the help, mister. Now that it's time to dine and shine. I go get the tables and prepare up the food. I can't thank you enough, and I'm proud of you, son. Lots of love. Love you. Time to dine with Papa Otako now. Thank.
Now we're stuck on a screen with this creepy image and only the word dine. However, if we instead refuse to eat with H, this happens. We're now in the black hole, H condemning our actions, asking why we'd betray him. He even calls us certified uncool, sending us to the black hole room. Here we can find the red thing we killed, named Chandel. He says he's sorry for us being trapped here too, saying everyone's trapped and there's nothing to do. He says they're not sentient, saying that he can't say it or else they'll get erased. He begs for help before his dialogue gets blocked, and then he disappears. We're now completely trapped in this room, alone, forever. This game is also just so cool. Otako is just so gross looking, and the whole game is just unsettling. VibingLeaf perfectly captures the feeling of weird, distorted malware games. The broken assets and flashing colors and jumbled text are just perfect. Being forced to kill all these animals to feed to Otako is just such a creepy concept, and the look of the skin is just so disgusting. Overall, this is just a perfect example of what these kind of games should be. Anyway, that's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing and hitting that bell so you can see more in the future. Also, remember to follow me on TikTok. We just hit 300 followers over there, and I sometimes post exclusive stuff over there, including maybe sneak peeks at upcoming videos and stuff, so it'd be great to have you there. I once again also really want to thank you guys again for 700 subscribers. I was literally at 14 subscribers less than 2 years ago. I never thought I'd be able to do something like this. So from me and all the other characters on the show, including Martin, Magalore, Sayori, my robotic clones, and even some villains like Floating Mario Head, Textureless Terry, and Omni Steve, we all thank you. I've been Lopal Levi, you've been a great viewer, and I'm off. See ya.